Of course, both teams battling injuries coming into this one.
Yeah, so you know what that means, Kevin. You have an opportunity, if you're a reserve, to perhaps gain some repetition in the midst of an important game. The battle, the mantra, that next man up mentality is going to be on display tonight for this team. And let's see, Kevin, do they take advantage of their opportunity?
Good things to look forward to. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got Donovan Mitchell. Bogdanovich out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Rudy Gobert, and it's O'Neal in at the shooting guard. Now, here is O'Neal. High post, Gobert, just 5 to shoot. They get it back. Off with the layup.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And that one drops. Bonga's got the opening field goal of the game for the Wizards. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
And here's Bogdanovich. Now, here's Mitchell. The shot's good.
You can see the kind of confidence Donovan Mitchell has in that handle. His ability to navigate off the dribble drive. Nice.
Now here's Thomas. Beal up top. Ingles covering. Here's Bonga. O'Neal with the defensive effort. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Mitchell outside. Pass to Bogdanovich. Looks for O'Neal. Gets it to him. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from the wing. That shot is off. Now the Wizards take it the other way.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Bonga, the pass to Thomas. Here's Bonga. Ingles covering. Pass to Beal. Here's Bonga. A three-pointer off the mark.
Play him tight, come on.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. O'Neal dishes to Mitchell. Launches it. And Wagner pulls it down.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Out to the right wing. Here's Hachimura. And again, Washington no good. It's Gobert with the ball for the Utah Jazz. And the basket by Ingles.
Don't let Joe Ingles get comfortable in the mid-range now. It's going to be a long night.
Thomas finds Beal. The pass to Hachimura. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Now, here's Mitchell. No good on that one. Great D that time from Beal.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Thomas, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
O'Neal kicks to Ingles. O'Neal passes to Ingles. O'Neal with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Gobert trying to get open. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, Rudy Gobert with the size and length, they factor on the glass right now.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
Thomas against Mitchell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doris, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical.
And the first one at the line is good.
Think about this. Isaiah Thomas goes from being the last pick in the 2011 NBA draft to a guy who finishes a season top 5 in MVP voting. What a journey, guys.
Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas. And we all know how rough things have been for Thomas the last few seasons, Greg, battling injuries and trying to find the right situation for his talents.
And the injuries have clearly taken their toll on Thomas. A lot of things need to go right for you to be a star player at his size, and lately that just hasn't been the case.
5 on the clock. A 3 from Bogdanovich. With the second effort, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw of the night. On the free throw, no good.
Seems to me that Rudy Gobert could be a Defensive Player of the Year candidate every season. But on the offensive end, guys, he's really starting to grow. Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
O'Neal dishes to Mitchell. Floats one. Got a hand on it. Washington trailing. Now Thomas. Outside for Beal. 14 feet away. A rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Ingles finds Mitchell. And here is Ingles. Pass to Gobert. Makes it off the glass. Gobert's got 6.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Beal. The tray. That shot no good. Jazz leading by 4. Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell. Now Gobert. Back to Mitchell. Passes to Bogdanovich. From deep. And it's Mitchell missing.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Here's Thomas. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, a new era begins for the Washington Wizards, right? A change in the front office. The team has tried for years to rebuild in a number of different approaches. Perhaps a fresh outlook for fans under new guidance gives this team new hope.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And for the Wizards and their new front office, Doris, a tough task ahead of them.
I think so, Kevin, because first and foremost, they need to change the culture of the team, right? Too long, there had been a lack of accountability in D.C., and I think once they address that, the rest of the rebuild could come easier.
The Jazz making a switch here. Davis is checked in for Bogdanovich. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Now here's Mudiay. Gobert double-teamed. And there's the pass to Davis. Now here's Clarkson. Pass to Mudiay. Three-pointer. It doesn't go for him. And here we go. Washington fast break. Outside Thomas from downtown. The Wizards with another miss. And so it's Mudiay with it. They'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. 3-point lead. Another miss by Utah.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Here's Brown. And another miss by Washington. Jazz shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Niang picks to Mudiay. Pass to Niang. Trying to get open is Davis. Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang. And the Jazz lead by 5. Washington calls timeout. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Mahinmi's checked in for the Wizards. Smith comes in for Thomas. And Washington has possession. It's a 5-point game.
Come on, shoot!
Clarkson against Brown. Here's Bertans. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Good on the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Mudiay with the ball. To the paint. Here's Davis. He's off on that one. And it's Washington the other way. Here's Niang. And the three ball is good. Niang's got his second bucket tonight.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Mudiay, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with Scott Brooks. But there's no question this team can shoot the ball, and that's the philosophy he's instilled here. The long-range shooters they've got, he wants them to move the ball from one side of the floor to the other, and then take that first open look that's available. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Kept alive, Davis. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call on Washington with the foul. One of the most voracious rebounders per minute in the NBA. Ed Davis out of North Carolina. Terrific player.
Well, he is, Kevin. He put in a ton of time in the weight room. His Portland teammates actually used to tease him and call him Shirt Off Ed. He has bulked up and likes to throw his weight around inside now.
And that one falls for Davis.
And the playmaking of Joe Ingles, such a valuable asset for the Jazz.
Well, Greg, they've needed more shot creation, and his growth in that regard, especially operating in the pick and roll, such a big lift to their offense.
The Jazz making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless. But who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. And this is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Here's Bertans following the bucket by the Jazz. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Scooped up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Ed Davis.
Yeah, Kevin, defensively, if you have got to foul someone, this isn't a bad choice. For Mahinmi, it's been a bit of an adventure at the free throw line.
The Wizards shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
I'll tell you, the big man from France, Jan Mahimi, had to fight through a number of injuries to get to this point, but he's the kind of battler every team is looking for.
Mahimi hits them both. Jazz leading by 4. Now Clarkson, nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Moutier passes to Niang. Shot clock at 6. Clarkson surveying the floor. Some solid defense from Brown.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Smith finds Bertans. And it's blocked by Bradley. Passes it to Clarkson. And the pass to Davis. Over Smith. Washington with the rebound.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
And it's Smith finishing it off.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Moutier passes to Davis. It's taken away by Smith. And here is Bertans. Lets it go. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Jazz lead by 2. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And being a smaller player is a challenge, but Isaiah Thomas always confident attacking the lane.
I just go in there. I've been doing it since I was a little boy. Like, I've always been the smallest guy out there, but when I get on the court, I feel like I don't see any height. So when I go in there in the paint, I expect myself to score or make a play for somebody else. And then, I mean, it just, other people go crazy about it. I feel like it's normal.
Thomas brings that fearlessness, Greg. He's always played with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and he's got a deep bag of tricks for finishing around bigger players. It's really something to watch.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Washington, we've got Brown. Travis Bertans out there with Mahinmi. And it's Smith. And it's Schofield in at the 3 spot. Niang, the basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 3 assists now in this one. Smith against Moutier. Bertans kicks to Smith. Inside. He doesn't hit that one. So Utah will take it the other way. Pass to Davis. To the inside. And he makes good on the layup. Now it's a 6-point Jazz lead.
Boy, Moutier, tough shot through contact. That is nice.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Bertans finds Brown. Here's Schofield. From deep 3-point range, and it's Bradley with the rebound.
And they continue to control the glass.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
Wizards trail by 6. Brown the pass to Smith. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now, here's Bertans. And again, Washington, no good. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Davis. Joe Ingles comes in for George Niang. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Mitchell in for Moutier. Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Beal dishes to Thomas. Back to Beal. Pass to Bonga. 4 on the clock. Wagner. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Utah Jazz. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Now here's Bradley. He's tightly guarded, and it's good for 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Thomas deciding where to go with it. Tipped away. Passes it to Hachimura. Second shot opportunity. And another shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. Who are some of the up-and-coming shooting guards in the league that you have noticed have got a very high ceiling?
Well, I'm going to mention 2 guys who I think could be considered combo guards who can play 1 or 2, and who I think their organizations are still trying to figure out their best position. But 2 of the most dominant young guards in the league who are going to be a problem for over a decade, Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. Both guys can create their own shot. Both can get off the dribble drive. Both could light you up for over 50 a night. Devin and Donovan, 2 names to keep an eye on.
Mitchell finds Gobert. Gobert double teamed. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
Utah shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And he makes the first. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
He's off on the second.
Well, for Washington, D.C. basketball, they have 1 title to their name. The champs back in '78.
What a run that was for that team, led by the great Wes Unseld. But boy, in the 40 years since that title, my goodness, fans of this franchise have waited so patiently for that return to greatness. When will it come?
Jazz leading by 8. To the paint. Gobert double teamed. There's the pass to Ingles. There's the triple. Another miss by Utah. Washington has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Thomas against O'Neal. From outside the arc. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Jazz take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. At the tip, and there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got 8 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. And they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. D.A., thank you. Beal with the steal. They double-team Beal. Pass to Wagner. Nice ball movement by Washington. It's Beal on the wing, covered by Mitchell. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Beal.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
Gobert double-teamed to the middle. Here's Bogdanovich, banked in off the glass. Bogdanovich has got his first points of the game.
Well, you have to like the balance of Bojan Bogdanovic, keeping it through the contact. That is nicely done.
Thomas against Mitchell. Pass to Beal. Puts up a three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Now here's Gobert. He's got 8. Back to O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. It puts the pass on the money.
Wizards trail by 10. Down low. That's good from Beal on the assist by Thomas. And it's 9 points for Beal.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Passes it to Bogdanovic. And here is O'Neal. Lobbed up there for Mitchell. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And finished off by Beal.
Boy, great bounce to his game. Bradley Beal, a big-time athlete.
Thomas against Mitchell. The pass to Bogdanovic. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Bogdanovic has got 4 points this quarter.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Here's Wagner, defended by Gobert. 6 to shoot. Beal against Gobert. Here's Wagner. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Wagner's got his second basket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
O'Neal kicks to Mitchell. Back to O'Neal. Here's Ingles. Pass to O'Neal. Here's Mitchell. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They trail by 6.
Let's remember that Donovan Mitchell's first love was baseball. His father played in the minors, coached in the majors. Donovan himself was a star player in high school. It wasn't until he broke his wrist that he decided to dedicate himself to the game of basketball.
And Doris, you mentioned baseball where he played pitcher and shortstop. But Mitchell doing just fine, I think, in basketball.
No doubt, Kevin. He's come a long way since high school because back then he was a power dunker and defender. But his transformation into an elite offensive player in the NBA, this is just a credit to this young man's work ethic.
That free throw missing.
Yeah, this kind of free throw shooting just leaves a coach shaking his head. I mean, they have been awful from the line this quarter.
Troy Brown's checked in for Washington. Smith comes in for Thomas. Then for the Jazz, George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Royce O'Neal. He hits the second from the line. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Gobert, the pass to Bogdanovic. Mitchell outside. Another miss by Utah.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
The baseline J. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Hachimura.
and a solid shooter from mid-range. Hachimura with textbook fundamentals.
High post, Gobert. To the inside, Clarkson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
Knocked away. Wagner passes to Hachimura. Kicks it to Smith. Over Mitchell. Smith, no good. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Looking to get back on track here. And it's Mitchell missing. Wizards trail by 3. Here's Hachimura. He feeds it to Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovic. The Wizards have hit 6 free throws in 10 attempts.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. So both teams changing it up here. And the second free throw, good. Utah leading. Clarkson with the ball. One second left. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Utah out in front. They lead by a bucket. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor. So they're running out in transition.
Got to beat them to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the three, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the three ball, way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Jazz shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Taking a look at the Jazz, Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovic. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Thomas against Mitchell. And a miss there on the triple.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that. Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
Now O'Neal. Mitchell left side. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the Jazz very disciplined at the defensive end.
Now, Kevin, you have a veteran squad with the anchor Rudy Gobert, one of the elite shot blockers in the entire league. And this is a group that's so important here. They defend without fouling.
Shoot 2.
And the first one drops.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
Bogdanovich dishes to Mitchell. And here is Ingles. Utah needs to get off a shot here, and the shot goes in. Mitchell's got 5.
You get the sense that a little bit of pressure makes Donovan Mitchell elevate his game. Under duress of the shot clock, no problem.
Here's Beal, and finished off by Beal.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Now, here's Mitchell. 5 points in the game. Over Thomas. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. He's got 7.
When you think pure scorer, one of the guys that comes to mind, as young as he is, Donovan Mitchell.
Beal, the pass to Hachimura. Good, and it's Beal picking up the assist. Hachimura's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Mitchell finds Gobert. Now, here's Ingles. Gobert double-teamed, kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Pulls up on the wing. Here's Gobert. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
What's up?
Gobert, no good on that free throw. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek freak and Gobert probably go 1st and 2nd in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Thomas passes to Beal. Here's Wagner, guarded by O'Neal. Pass to Hachimura. Over Bogdanovich. Misses off the right iron. Jazz leading by 3. They get a hand on it. Beal with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Thomas kicks to Beal. Here's Thomas. Passes it to Wagner. Back to Thomas for the tie. Rebounded by the Jazz. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Beal, the pass to Schofield. Back to Beal. A 3-ball. Rebound, Utah. Ingles has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. Three-pointer connects from 3-point range. Bogdanovich has got 7.
Boy, you love to see Bogdanovich stroke that deep ball. What an accomplished scorer from distance.
Here's Thomas to stop the drought. That shot off the mark. Jazz leading by 6. Mitchell with it. He has 7. Bogdanovich dishes to Mitchell. And Wagner pulls it down. Wagner's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeded. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, with John Wall sidelined for most of the season recovering from injury, the Wizards are going to need new players to step up. One of them that they hope will do so is their first-round pick, Rui Hachimura. Hachimura didn't start playing basketball until he was 13 years old. He was a baseball player. He's the first Japanese-born player to be a first-round pick in the NBA draft. And he only played a little bit in Japan before he went to Gonzaga, where he starred for Mark Few. And now the Wizards are hoping that he can be a star on and off the court in Washington.
And D.A., you and I were talking that Few really had a nice impact on Hachimura. Thanks for the report.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Now, here's Mitchell. Yep, that one goes in there. Mitchell's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Beal finds Smith. Good, it's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Bradley Beal increasingly becoming a dangerous playmaker. What a pretty pass.
Now, here's Clarkson. Mitchell looking it over. Back to Clarkson. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Wizards making a switch here. Mahimi's checked in. The Jazz also changing it up. Bradley's checked in for Bogdanovich. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Moutier in for Donovan Mitchell. Smith the pass to Schofield. Beal trying to break loose. The shot by Schofield, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Troy Brown's checked in for the Wizards. And a switcher also for Utah. Davis is checked in for Rudy Gobert. Pass to Moutier. Here's Niang. He's covered by Brown. Pass to Bradley. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Bradley's got 6.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Smith outside. To the middle. Here's Beal. An easy 2 points on the layup. Beal's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Clarkson finds Davis. Now Clarkson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Bradley Beal picks one up.
This, to me, is when Clarkson is at his best. When he's pushing the action, being aggressive, it carries over to the rest of the team, guys.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Clarkson occupying that instant offense role, Doris. Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning.
So he gets them both. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
Great positioning on the putback.
Well, if you use your strength and your power and a little bit of relentlessness, as Jan Mahimi does, he cleans up.
And here's Moutier. Five to shoot. Passes to Bradley. From deep. Rebound by Mahimi. Washington's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Brown feeling it out a bit. And the pass to Bertens. Inside. Mahimi kicks to Smith. Shoots over Bradley. They get it back. The game now all-time. Bertans got his second bucket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Moutier. Clarkson against Beal. To the paint. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
For Utah, they have been shooting 50% at the line, 5 of 10.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Mitchell, he's checked in for the Jazz. One misses.
You know, he gets them the lead at the free throw line despite the one miss.
Brown the pass to Smith. 1:49 left in the third. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Ed Davis.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
No good on that one. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but The whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. Jazz have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Here's Niang. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Niang's got 9.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Bertans with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell. Bertans finds Smith. The Wizards working the ball around now. And Davis sends it back. Mitchell outside. Pass to Clarkson. Now here's Bradley. He's guarded closely. Rebounded by the Wizards. Bonga's got his 4th rebound in this one. .32 seconds left in the third. Left side, Brown. Smith for 3. Wizards keeping it alive in a fresh 14-second shot clock. Passes it to Bonga. Brown the pass to Wagner. Smith for 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Mitchell outside. Over Thomas. No good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Jazz lead by 3. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Thomas is out there with Brown. Then there's Davis Bertans. And it's Wagner in at the center. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Count it. Good. Bonga's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Wizards. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Utah. To the middle. Here's Clarkson. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
Well, Scott Brooks now in his 4th year as coach of the Wizards, and it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him so far in his tenure in the D.C. area. And think about it, guys, under the gun now because the GM who hired him was now let go.
Hachimura, he's checked in for Bertans. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And Doris for Brooks, he'll be doing what he can to get this team back in the playoff hunt.
And I think, Kevin, the area they must address is the defensive end of the floor. Listen, they have thrived offensively under Scotty Brooks. But this team, if you're going to get into the playoffs and thrive, you've got to be a quality defensive unit.
So it's Utah now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Niang.
And that's terrific D by Hachimura. He's shown he has the strength and length to match up against almost anyone.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's Gobert. And the basket is good. Gobert's got it all tied up now for the Jazz.
Oh, that's a pretty bounce pass. Nice.
Brown outside. Thomas, it's a wide open look from outside off the mark. So it's the Jazz now. Mitchell dishes to Clarkson. Some solid defense from Brown. Wizards have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Outside Thomas. Drops in the layup for 2. Thomas got the lead up to 2 now for the Wizards.
Boy, what a big-time, strong finish. Isaiah Thomas, an uncanny ability to make tough shots.
Now, here's Clarkson. Back to Mitchell. Just 4 to shoot. The 3. He can't get that one, and it's Washington the other way. Inside, here's Hachimura. The rebound by Niang.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
The pass to Clarkson. Here's Niang. He's covered by Brown. Back to Clarkson. Gobert trying to get open. It's good on the putback.
Kev, if you don't check out Rudy Gobert, you deserve to get dunked on.
Wizards have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. A different look for Utah. Bogdanovich comes in for George Niang. And Royce O'Neal subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Brooks had to say to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
Now, here's Thomas. Here's Hachimura over Bogdanovich, and that one's good. Hachimura.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's O'Neal. Pass to Mitchell. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Isaiah Thomas.
We know this about Donovan Mitchell. This guy shows no fear even inside. Draws the foul there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
It is still amazing to me that in 2017, Donovan Mitchell wasn't even a top 10 pick. If you had a redraft, he'd likely go top 2. Absolutely incredible.
And Mitchell drops them both. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Washington. A 2-point game. To the inside. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Oh, my goodness. How good is that pass? When Isaiah Thomas is on the floor, what a leader.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Ingles kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Ingles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Wagner. And the basket by Ingles. And the Jazz lead by 2.
I tell you, Ingles superb at cashing in. So accurate as a jump shooter.
Thomas passes to Schofield. To the left side wing. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's the floater. Second chance shot, and that one's good. Hachimura.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
Now, here is O'Neal. He kicks to Mitchell. Back to O'Neal. Down low, Gobert. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Now here's Thomas. Can't hit that one. Good D by Mitchell. For Utah, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. To the paint, and stolen by Thomas. Hachimura, no good. Utah leading. Mitchell in the corner. Lets it go with a 3. It's good from long range. Mitchell's got 12 points here in the second half.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Bogdanovich against Thomas. Pass to Hachimura. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Pass to Gobert. Dishes it to O'Neal. That's tipped. Here's Thomas, and he banks in the layup. And it's now only a 1-point Jazz lead.
There's a certain fearlessness when talking about Isaiah Thomas. He might be small. Doesn't mean he lacks aggression.
On the wing, Mitchell. He's guarded by Thomas. Mitchell finds Bogdanovich. Pocket 6. To the inside. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Schofield passes to Thomas. Here's Bonga. Back to Thomas to take the lead. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Now, here is O'Neal. D right on him. Here's Mitchell. The Jazz with another miss. Washington's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Schofield. Here's Thomas. Another shot. The rebound by the Jazz. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Wow, Donovan Mitchell simply fearless when his team is in need.
Now the pass to Thomas. Here's Schofield, covered by Mitchell. Back to Thomas. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Wizards making a switch here. Beal's checked in. And it's tied up with that one. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Jazz. Outside, Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. Launches a 3. And Gobert kicks to Bogdanovich. Ingles against Thomas. Pass to Bogdanovich. Now here is O'Neal. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And the Jazz lead by 3.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. So it's Utah now. Inside, here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive, doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Beal taking his time here. Pass to Hachimura. 5 to shoot. And he finishes nicely on the way. Hachimura's got 8 points here in this quarter.
One thing you can say about Hachimura, he is not afraid of the challenge.
The drive by Mitchell. And Wagner pulls it down. Wagner's got his 16th rebound on the night. Over to the left wing. Wizards passing it around. 1:07 left here in the 4th quarter. Beal can't get it to go. Jazz leading by 3. O'Neal passes to Ingles. On the wing, Mitchell. Here's Gobert. That shot missing, and it's Washington the other way. To the middle, here's Beal. Gobert with the block.
Let's remember that the 7-foot frame includes a 7'9" wingspan. Rudy Gobert, the Stifle Tower, doing work.
Now, here is O'Neal. Mitchell outside. Another miss by Utah.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're behind by 3. 16 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a 3-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
Nice, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Beal, the pass to Hachimura. And here is Beal. Ingles covering. There's Thomas with the three. He's off from three. And so it's Utah who scraped by with a win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.